the newest it girl of the Winter Olympics, but she's not an athlete. She's Kim Jong Un's sister. Take a look at some of these fawning headlines. CNN writes, Kim Jong Un's sister is stealing the show at the Winter Olympics. The New York Times writes, Kim Jong Un's sister turns on the charm, taking Pence's spotlight. The Washington Post even compared Kim Yo-jong to Ivanka Trump. Rather insulting. Joining me right now, Gina Loudon, political analyst and member of President Trump's Media Advisory Board, and Campus Reform editor-in-chief and political commentator Lawrence Jones. So good to see both of you. Gina, I mean, we know that the left-wing media has always been obsessed with, communist dictatorships to a certain extent, but this feels as though it's taken it to a whole new level, because let's not forget, this man, his regime, including his sister, because she's part of it, they are threatening us in our very existence.
Threatening us in our very existence, torturing and killing their own people. And let's not forget, bless his heart and bless his family, Otto Warmbier. Trish, they are doing the work of the state-run media of North Korea. If North Korea wanted to just pipe in our lamestream media, right, they could just turn it off because they're doing the work for them. And when you look at this and the way that the left loves to say they're humanitarians while people are being tortured and killed, and the way the left, and this I think is something that not a lot of people have maybe noticed, but they're supposed to be feminists. What do they know about this woman other than the fact that she stands idly by while her brother orders people tortured and killed, including her own citizenry? What do we know about her? Nothing. She's attractive, so all of a sudden the left jumps on board with her? How sexist is that? The whole thing is disgusting, Trish, and very illuminating.
Yeah, Lawrence, Gina's right. Illuminating, messed up. The idea that somehow our media organizations are doing the work for Kim Jong Un, carrying his water because they hate the president that much? I mean, is that really what this is about?
But Trish, it's more than just hating the president. I don't care what your political party is at this point. We're talking about being an American. They hate us. That's literally what they do. And they teach their children every single day when they go to schools. They control their own media there. And to see our press be so anti-American, because that's what those clickbait headlines were. They were anti-American headlines. And it's important to know what his sister's job is. She's basically the head of their propaganda. Yeah. And so to see our media play along with that and know that and still participate in that, I think it was un-American for them to take that stand.
But Gina, you think about, all these leftist media organizations, and there's sort of something sort of highfalutin, right, about being such a journalist for the world, shall we say, and on a world stage, et cetera, and they don't want to seem as though they're too American-focused or American-centric. And it's kind of an intellectual view to have, but a very, at its core, I think, wrong view to have, in that, this is our country, and our people do matter. And, as you rightly point out, this is a regime that, even if you don't care just about Americans, that has tortured its own people. And yet somehow it's glamorous to celebrate this woman, Gina Loudon?
Yeah, it's the very First Amendment, and it is the people that fought and died for our Constitution and our Bill of Rights that gives them the permission to do what they're doing and be so ridiculous and hypocritical in their defense of Kim Jong Un's sister. And I think, as Lawrence aptly points out, the fact that she is a propagandist. I mean, how far back in history do we have to go for the left to understand how very dangerous this is to their own friends and family who occupy our soil right now?
During the Olympics.
during the Olympics, Trish, and to see them do that while our vice president was there to represent us during this troubling time, we could literally have war with North Korea. And to see them take that side while and they were critical of our vice president. Oh, he didn't shake the hand. He looked too stern. He was mean. He didn't go and have cookies and milk with her. Come on now. He's representing the United States of America, the country that you guys live in, the country where your headquarters, where you print these crazy headlines are. That's America. You should be standing with our vice president. It's above politics. It's about putting country before partisan politics and your clickbait headlines.
Yeah, well, you know what, you guys?
And we're talking about a dictator.
Yeah, a ruthless.
It's a dictator. I mean, I think that's so important to say. I mean, what they are condoning a dictator. Yes, exactly.
But, you know, this is why nobody trusts them. Really. I mean, this is why people have sought out alternatives, because they do not trust the leftist media, the mainstream media anymore.
Exactly right.
And they are showing their bias. It's on full display right now. So good to see you both. Always. Thank you so much,
Thank
Gina
you. Good to see you,
and
Trish.
Lawrence. And that's going to do it for